Hi everyone, this is Salman Hidayat and this is the third video of the series called Introduction to Cybersecurity for Beginners. So in this video I want to spend a minute or two talking about what hacking is not. Before we talking about this hacker, so we have seen hacking seen in our TV shows and movies, where hackers are hacking into networks and systems and cracking passwords and encryption in the matter of minutes. Where they are fancy graphics, it is a really cool things. For those you are that are interested in going to route to become an ethical hacker, you need to understand it is often very slow and methodological process, and it does not take minutes, it often take hours or days. Hackers are spending hours to 2 days to hacking into the system. And so we are watching this stuff on TV. Just understand, this is not a hacking, this is not realistic. And we are going to do later on this section, I am going to walk through the hacking methodology, both for black hat hacker and the white hat hackers. In this video I am talking about the, as you can see from the graphics, this is the not real type of hacking. This is a just science fiction movie scenes. So this is not an hacking, because hacking is very difficult process and it will take hours and days for hacking subsystem. So in this video we are going to talk about two different type of hackers, which are black hat and white hat hackers. So a black hat hacker is bad hackers. They are going to be our cyber criminals and people that are think about the hackers. These people that are illegally hacking into our IT systems for variety of different reasons, and we talk about different motivation and the hackers have later on this section. But their goal is to cause harm, to steal data or ransom that data, and to financially exploit us. Now on the flip side we have our white hat hackers, and with the white hat hackers are the good hackers. They are also called the ethical hackers, people that work in the cybersecurity division of a company or the work for the consulting firm, and they perform vulnerability assessments and penetration testings and security assessment to help increase the security posture of the organization IT infrastructure. So the goal of the role is to testing and protecting IT systems from the bad hat hackers. And the bad hat hackers are those that are aspiring to be a ethical hacker, and we will aspiring to become a white hat hacker, because the bad hat hacker is not good for anyone. So the difference between the black hat hacker and white hat hackers we are going to talk about in a next video, and hackers various motivation. So these are the some types of hackers. The first one is going to be our most unskilled type of hacker. We call these script kiddies. These are the people that go out on the web, typically a dark web, and they pay for third party and download a script or program. Then they used to do some harmful things to other websites. They really don't have any sort of ideology or other than they want to do something bad. And after that we have a activist type of hacker. And just their name implies, they are going to be hacker that are activists. So they are hacking for ideology reason, such as maybe it a political reason or an environmental reason. And the good example is this would be an environmental hacker that is against the fossil fuel, as they hack into a large oil company website and they take it down for ideological environmental reasons. So there is a third type of hackers, third type of motivation, which is called state sponsor hackers. These are the hackers that are work for a government. They could be within a particular government agency, they could be within the government military, and they are hacking at the direction and the support and training of the government and military themselves. They also talk about the state sponsor hackers. So we can also talk about the state sponsor hacker. These are what we call persistence variety of hackers. So because they always present there, and they are sponsored by the governments. Then there is a cyber terrorist type hackers. These hackers are based that we have a goal of harming infrastructure. Basically, the goal is to harm the infrastructure and the civilian parts such as energy infrastructure and civilian themselves. And lastly, we have hacking as a service. Basically, this is the motivation of the bad hacker. The last one is the major motivation for the hacker. So we have hacking as a service. So hacking is now become a business. Now it is becoming a business. This is where we have a black hat hackers who sell their services for variety of different attack for financial gain. So these are the hacking groups in certain countries, and they are selling their services to individuals who want them to hacking something illegally. So we, as you can see, there are variety of different motivations. Although in this video we are going to talk about the hacking methodology. So keep this very high level. I am not going to walk through on each and everything. So I will discuss a framework. So this framework start with the information gathering. As it is in hacking world, we call this open source information gathering, because the hacker, whether they are a black hat or white hat hacker, they are going to take a look at first what's the publicly available. They will take look at the website, and they can take and then they perform the social engineering. Once they do, they have a good idea of entering into a network. So after that there is another framework involved, which is called fingerprinting and scanning the network. The whole purpose of doing is to fingerprint the different operating systems used in a network and get an idea of IP addresses, schema, as well as the different operating systems and the server information. After performing this step, the other step is called vulnerability assessment. In other words, they are going to scan the network after finding the certain information. Now they are going to scan your network, specify devices on the network, whether that can be a switches or router, it can be a server or end user system. They are going to scan them for vulnerabilities. So they are going into look those system, and they will already have to idea of operating system. But they go bit further. They will look into specific vulnerabilities on those systems. Once they have identified vulnerabilities, now they move to the next phase, which is called exploitation phase. This is where they get the fund for ethical hacker. In this this is where we take the vulnerability and will look for specific exploits. How we can take the vulnerability and exploit it is to get access the system. Once they have done, when we move to the post exploration phases, where the things are differ depending upon the whether you are black hat hacker or a white hacker. If you are black hat hacker and a bad hacker, well, then you are going to do various different things. They may try to cause harm to a specific server or specific device on the network. They may be looking for steal data. They may be looking for install malware. They may also be looking for escalate privilege, so they can pivot to the other system on the network. And lastly, we are maybe they looking maintain their access. So whether they are doing they have long term access on the systems. So now we move to the good type of hacker, which is called ethical hacker. So ethical hacker will do is still down it will sit down with the stakeholders, and they will have pre-engagement meeting, and they are consulting firm. If they are work for a company themselves, they are going to sit down and determine what are the scope of their work and what they are doing, what they are allowed to attack, or what do they just to find the vulnerabilities, and they perform all the things, but with the permission of the company and organization. And finally, when they perform all these vulnerabilities and pen testings, once all this done, the ethical hacker will go through all the steps just like a black hacker, and all the way post explanation. However, at the end, they are going to do is they are going to take all the information and they are going to write a report, and they provide to their findings to the their firm or their company. So this is the job of white hat hackers. So in this video I will give you the overview of the hacking methodology, how the process is starting from information gathering, scanning, vulnerability assessment and exploit, and after exploit attacks. So this is the very basic video. So in my next video series I will demonstrate all the practicals on live machine in live environment or some lab environment. So you will perform all the tools with the help of Kali Linux or some other tools. So if you like this video, then subscribe my channel and press the hit button. Thank you very much for your time.